I saw a video from Mudahar yesterday talking about why you shouldn't buy Call of Duty Vanguard, and while I don't necessarily agree with everything he said in that video, I do very much agree with what he said discussing how Call of Duty has innovated over the years, and I wanted to look more in depth on that today. And for those that are following my channel as I grind Damascus again, honestly, I just leveled up the Mark II yesterday and started doing some camo challenges. I got really tired after school and just didn't really want to play or grind anything, so I kind of took yesterday off with the Damascus camo grind, but I'm gonna start snipers this week and I want to have them finished by next Monday-ish, kind of. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan for me. Anyway, I want to look back and talk about Call of Duty and why the golden era is so incredible, and I might have cracked the code on why modern Call of Duties are just kind of meh and underwhelming for the most part. And I'm starting to realize something about Vanguard as well as I'm still super hyped for Vanguard and I'm excited to get on another camo grind. I'm slowly realizing that my excitement is for a new camo grind and not so much the game itself, because the game plays so similar. Actually, honestly, it plays like a combination of Cold War and Modern Warfare. But getting back on topic, one of the things that made Call of Duty so good in the golden era is every year something new was introduced into the game, and we'll go over the entire Call of Duty history and the good innovations that were brought into the game and just kind of how things have developed over time. And I'm starting to realize that Call of Duty is getting too stale these days, and as we start off on COD 4, as we get into the later and later CODs, you'll notice that the innovations are less exciting and just kind of more mundane, and there's not really any crazy new innovations. And then when there are good new innovations in modern games, there's always a lot of stuff to negatively inflict damage on those good innovations. And of course, people are gonna have their own thoughts and opinions on specific innovations. Like, some people might really like the exosuits that were brought into Advanced Warfare, and then other people will hate them. It just kind of how it goes. It's a two-way street. And thinking about all the innovations that there have been over the years, I don't know what they could add to make modern Call of Duties incredibly cool and interesting and new. But yeah, let's get into it. The first major innovation that Call of Duty saw was during COD 4, and that was Call of Duty moved from a World War II shooter to a modern shooter, and just COD 4, yeah, pretty much laid the foundations for multiplayer. The standard 6v6, the game modes, the customization, the create a class, all that fun stuff. And then we get World at War, which is basically like a COD 4 clone, but back in World War II age. But we got zombies and campaign this time, and we got some new innovations into multiplayer and some new game modes and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. Then we get hit with Modern Warfare 2. And this is where Call of Duty is an extremely popular franchise because of what it's doing to innovate, not only in the Call of Duty franchise, but that just the FPS genre in general. And then we see things like 220 kill streaks that we can pick from, rather than the 3 that we had previously to use in COD 4 and World at War. But we now have 20 kill streaks. We now have mastery challenges, calling card challenges, camos to unlock, more customization. Basically gave the players more freedom to play and look however they wanted in game. Then we saw Black Ops 1, which was kind of like another clone of Modern Warfare 2. See the trend of Treyarch always kind of copying what Infinity Ward's doing. But this time in Black Ops 1, we saw party games, we saw COD points, new and improved zombies that was more developed than World at Wars. Then we get Modern Warfare 3, and then Modern Warfare 3 is like Modern Warfare 2 with a little bit of innovation. It's like a more improved, stable version of MW2. There's specialists, earnable mastery camos, and technically Black Ops 1 did have mastery camos and it had the gold camo, but you had to purchase it with COD points. So there wasn't really any challenge, but with the Modern Warfare 3, you could actually earn camos by leveling up weapons and kind of like unlock naturally gold camos. We had the COD Elite program, and then an improvement of the Spec Ops from Modern Warfare 2. Okay campaign, and yeah, just slight improvements from Modern Warfare 2, so nothing crazy there. And then we saw Black Ops 2, which is crazy to think that it was the first game to add the pick 10 system, a futuristic campaign slash setting. Like, it was the first futuristic campaign. It wasn't like far future like Infinite Warfare, but it was pretty new, right? And as you notice here, the biggest innovations that have been made into COD games are the most popular COD games, Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 2. Look at all the innovations that these games had and look at how popular they are. Keep in mind, these are innovations that the audience majority liked. I think honestly everyone liked the innovations here because no one wanted to run 3 streaks that everyone else had in Modern Warfare 2. There was customizable streaks, there was the tactical nuke, all that fun stuff, and it made the multiplayer experience just better overall. Look at Black Ops 2. It improved on everything that the franchise has seen before it with great innovations. And then here's where things slowly go downhill. You'll see that the innovations start becoming less frequent, like there's less of the innovations, as well as they're also not that exciting, or if they are exciting, not that good. Ghosts. COD Ghosts, major innovation was Extinction. Had the same pick 10 system Black Ops 2 had, copied pretty much everything from Modern Warfare 3. The only real innovation was, I would say, Extinction. In Advanced Warfare, we saw the advanced movement and laser weapons. That was pretty polarizing. Some people loved it, some people hated it. Within Black Ops 3, we had refined advanced movements and the introduction to specialists. And then zombies became more story-based than just gameplay-based. For Infinite Warfare, really the only innovation Infinite Warfare had was it's Black Ops 3, but in space. That's literally the only innovation that Infinite Warfare had. And then you could argue that, oh, hey, Modern Warfare Remastered, that's an innovation. Not really, just COD 4 Remastered with supply drops in there. World War II had the new Division system. That was bad at launch, but was later changed and improved upon. But that was World War II's big innovation, was the Division system and how multiplayer played. Black Ops 4, really bad innovation in my perspective, timer-based multiplayer. That means that all of your equipment recharges with a timer, your specialist runs on a timer. Doesn't matter how good you're playing, it's all time-based, and time-based bled into zombies as well. So your perks and your specialists and everything was timer-based as well. So it didn't matter how good or bad you were doing, as long as you had your timers running and you were playing the game, you could get like your free specialist or free perks or all that type of stuff. And then we get Modern Warfare 2019, and this is where the innovation starts picking up a bit, and we get the first good innovation, I would say, since Black Ops 2. And this is the first modern FPS Call of Duty. And I say modern with air quotes around it, because when I mean modern engine, I mean like a modern engine for now. Yes, the COD engine in COD 4 to like Black Ops 2 was a modern engine for the time, but this is the first like drastic change the COD engine has seen in years with advanced movement. And when I say advanced movement, I don't mean like, oh, we're jumping and using exos. I mean like just it's smoother, crisp movements, more focus on the weapons. We got the Gunsmith, we got Warzone, and we see all these good innovations. But the bad thing with these innovations, I'm gonna hit you with it. The bad thing is the skill-based matchmaking, the map design, all that type of stuff. Where in Modern Warfare 2019, it's the first COD that you have these great innovations, but imagine how good MW would have been if we saw this, like the basic map design that we've seen in every single Modern Warfare COD before its time. Like if we saw, no, I'm not saying remake these maps and throw them into the game, but if we saw maps very similar to the map design of like Terminal and Favela, Dome, all these crazy maps from Infinite Warfare, or I guess Infinity Ward's history, we would see some absolutely banger maps and some banger games come out from Modern Warfare 2019. But unfortunately, they went with a different map design, tried to play it more tactically, but that's just how it rolls. And here's where the innovation just absolutely stops for Call of Duty. Like when I was thinking about the innovation that they've added to Cold War and Vanguard, I was sitting here thinking like, oh, wow, there really isn't a lot of innovation here. And the stuff that they're rebranding as brand new, like Combined Arms or the 12v12 playlists, that's just ground war from previous Call of Duties. And Fireteam Dirty Bomb, that's like a air quotes innovation. It's just like a new game mode. And then the new score streak system. That's really the biggest innovation I could think of, is how the new score streaks work. The creative class system works as always. I guess wildcards too, but wildcards were also used in Black Ops 3. So, I mean, it's nothing really new in the Cold War aspect. And then you look at Vanguard, and I literally have a question mark in my notes beside this Champions Hill question mark, which is just gunfight mixed with like a search and destroy mixed with a battle royale experience. So it's kind of new, but we've seen all those mechanics before in previous Call of Duty games. And then combat pacing. with air quotes as well, because combat pacing is cool and all, but it's not necessarily new. In Modern Warfare 2, we had technical combat pacing with the Ground War playlist. You could play the 6v6 maps with 12 players. The only thing that's kind of new for combat pacing is like the maps that will have 24v24 on, which is just like similar to Combined Arms in the first place. So nothing really new here either. So I think that's why Call of Duty has been in such a rut within the past couple years, because if we compare the innovation of CODs now compared to the golden era CODs, you can see that there's huge differences in the things that were innovated in the game and where the focus was put. And it's a huge bummer, because we used to get some banger games with some great innovations, and I would say ever since Ghost started, the innovations just seem uninspired. And when there are like new inspiration to innovation, it just wasn't received well by the community, and that's kind of just why I think COD's in a rut now. At the least, it gives you guys some perspectives if you disagree with how you feel about COD these days. It puts into perspective on how Call of Duty's developed over the years, and how for the last, I would say, 7 titles, maybe even 8, COD has been just kind of the same. And I mean, Call of Duty before, like Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 1, was basically like the same games, just different skin. And Call of Duty is like the same game every year, but it always has these innovations to it to some extent. Anyway, that's gonna be the video for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What innovations am I missing? Because I did all of these at the top of my head. There was some that I borrowed from Mutahar in his video because they're kind of just extremely obvious. But when I went into the future CODs and kind of like the modern day CODs of like 2019 onwards, it was hard to find like crazy innovations in those games. And I don't know if that's just me not digging deep enough, or if there really isn't that much. Anyway, leave a like if you guys did enjoy, dislike if you didn't. There's no hard feelings. I'm about to head out. Subscribe for more videos in the future, and use code WILD on gamersubs.gg for 10% off all your orders. Help supports me and help supports the channel, and you guys get a discount as well. Anyway, I'm about to head out, and if there is one, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.